Hi, this is Kevin Quigley, and welcome to Tarot Off the Cuff. Lily McNamara has been known as the healer with the hat. She works with tarot, with Reiki, past lives work, and other things. She loves working with adults, children, and animals, and in particular, she calls to herself people who have experienced some trauma in their lives so that she can help them empower themselves towards their own healing.
Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. My name is Lily McNamara and I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and this is Tarot Off the Cuff. So we will be working with a beautiful deck, the Witch's Tarot, triple moon on the back. All right, we're just gonna give it a quick shuffle. And see what card comes up that we will be working with. Ooh. All right, so we have the Hanged Man. And what to say about this card? There are lots of different directions to go. The direction that we're going to go in today is self-sabotage. What situations are you putting yourself in that are really harming you on your path to progress and feeling better about yourself and to move forward, even as a reader and a professional? And what comes up is, as depicted, like you're in a seriously uncomfortable position. And then the question is, with these situations, did you put yourself in that position? What led up to being in a circumstance that made you uncomfortable? Everyone on some level self-sabotages. Everyone on some level has royally fucked themselves over, screwed themselves over. Sorry, they might have to beep that. And it's important to recognize, and with the recognition, honoring yourself, and also not beating yourself up, not judging yourself because you self-sabotaged or got in your own way. It's important to always move forward with, oh, that was interesting, and I'm going to learn from that, as opposed to, I royally suck. How much can I beat myself up over this and feel horrible and sink down into a depression where I eat a tub of ice cream? That's not the direction that the Hanged Man, that self-sabotage, that should be focused on. It should be about learning and truly loving yourself all the way. And what I mean by that is, everyone has faults. No one is perfect. And if someone was perfect, they would be horribly boring. And so love your faults, love your mistakes. It's not a self-sabotage, but I have been informed that one of my faults is I am the loudest person you will ever meet. I'm trying very hard to talk quieter so I don't blow out your speakers. And that's something that I'm aware of that can be very disruptive to everyone around me. And it's something that it's like, ooh, I can work on that. But it doesn't mean that I don't love the fact that I'm a loud person. No one ever has to hand me a microphone. I'm good. But it also means that I'm aware that in sacred space and quieter places, I have to be mindful of how much my voice carries. And so coming back around to self-sabotage and what that means for you as a person. And everyone self-sabotages a little bit differently, just like everything else, just like your reading style, just like your clothing. Everyone has their own style of self-sabotage. And a very popular one, though, let's touch on it. It's a fan favorite for everybody: procrastination. I don't think I've met anyone in my life who hasn't procrastinated, who hasn't had something they're like, I can put it off, whatever, I'll put it off. And procrastination is also, for a lot of people, a trauma response. And so it's good to know what you're doing, where the root is. Is the root of your procrastination in a trauma response of not feeling good enough and not feeling worthy and that type of energy in that pathway? Or are you procrastinating because it's self-sabotage? And knowing the root of it will teach you the lesson that you're meant to have in its authentic form and have you to move forward with it. And so obviously procrastination is a fan favorite of everyone. I procrastinate. I was procrastinating earlier today. And it's just understanding it and understanding your self-sabotage. Another really big self-sabotage, and this one I observe in my mother, my mama. And my mom is amazing, a wonderful person. But, oh, can she self-sabotage like a pro? And the way she does it is she will ping pong back and forth from yes to no with not everything, most things. Any project, any craft, any commitment, she will go back and forth whether she will be going with on a trip, if she wants to finish that sewing project. And it's like procrastination, but she keeps going back and forth with the commitment, and it really sabotages her to not enjoy the situation fully because she ping-ponged it so much. And with second guessing, another characteristic of the form of self-sabotage is that you confuse yourself so much, and you don't by the time you do it ping pong back and forth a few times, you now don't know what you really want, and now you're kind of just stuck. And it's important just to acknowledge that that is an aspect of the second guessing self-sabotage, and looking at that and what can you do for second guessing and being confused. There are lots of divination ways to do it, and one very practical way that I enjoy. So, divination ways to deal with second guessing for self-sabotage. Obviously, your tarot cards. Do a reading on yourself. Get a reading from a friend or a trusted colleague. Absolutely. Trust in your deck. It doesn't steer you wrong. And another way is dowsing rods or pendulums. So if you're having trouble and you get confused inside yourself, look outside yourself for a form of guidance that is still using your energy and your soul to direct you towards what you're meant to do. And so I really like those forms of it. And then the practical one is pro-con lists, which I do a lot. And I am a huge, huge fan of journaling and journal prompts. And so pro-con lists are just another journal prompt. It's writing out your feelings, and it's getting the energy out of you so that you can look at it in an objective way. And I am a big fan of doing that, of expressing myself that way. And so it is a suggestion that I will happily give to the masses almost always. And let's just take a breath, get recentered, because this can be, self-sabotage can be hard. It can be hard to look at yourself this way and not judge yourself and not look at it and go, ooh, I see that in myself, and start beating yourself up. So I just took a deep breath because I felt the energy rising, and now we're just gonna calm it down again. And another one that I have noticed that a lot of people do is overpromise. And this can be a sticky wicket for professionals, where you promise more than you're able to deliver. And some people, they promise thinking, oh yeah, I can totally do that. I can totally do that. Yes. And so they're lying to themselves and their authentic self. Where other people, when they do it, it's like they know that they cannot meet that deadline, and they're just whipping it out because it'll make you happy. Overpromising is pleasing other people. Overpromising is not being true to who you are. And that's how you rock your authentic self, by being true to who you are. And it's essential for a happy and fulfilling life. So why wouldn't you want to rock out your authentic self? And overpromising is just kind of overshooting, and you realize that you've disappointed yourself but also somebody else. And then the secondary effect is causing trust issues and things of that nature. So these are, I feel like this got all very, not dark, but just very for a second. What I wanted to touch on and what we've been talking about is, what are you either consciously or unconsciously putting yourself in situations that are preventing you from being your authentic self, from rocking your authentic self, or setting yourself up to fail? So what is your self-sabotage? And that's something that you can look into yourself and journal if you feel so inclined, about, just to discover what in yourself is holding you back. Not everything that holds you back is exterior or environmental. Sometimes it's right here, and you got to own that. You got to own the fact that you procrastinated for a week on a project. Just own it. And owning it isn't judging yourself or beating yourself up. Owning it is just like, yep, I did that. I absolutely did that. I did. And then going, but now I'm going to do it. Or you can take actionable steps to not do it again. And either way, and again, it's about finding the style in which you want to overcome your self-sabotage. And everyone is different. Like I said, I journal and make pro-con lists, and that's how I prevent myself from constantly second-guessing, because I was totally like my mother, and I second-guessed myself all the time. And that just caused a lot of stagnation in my life and a lot of confusion, and that's not something that I wanted to have around me, and that certainly was not rocking my authentic self. So I took actionable steps to change it. So my question for you guys is, what is your self-sabotaging style? Is it conscious or subconscious? And what actionable steps are you taking to change that? What are you doing so that you can rock your authentic self and thrive and be abundant in the most rock star epic way that you can, that you are meant to? And to just kind of feel that and understand that and have a little bit of self-discovery with it. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. So we discussed self-sabotage, the different styles, overcoming it in actionable steps. Great fun. I hope that this was insightful and not too scary and not judgmental at all. Do not judge yourselves. You are all rock stars. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Lily McNamara. This is Tarot Off the Cuff. And the deck we used today was the Witch's Tarot, which is a super pretty deck in my opinion. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you next time.
Hi, thanks for watching. This is Kevin Quigley with Tarot Off the Cuff. If you can take a second, click the subscribe button down below. That'll let you know when a new video is posted and you might want to jump over and watch it. If you hit the thumbs up for the videos that you really like, that will help spread the word so new people will find Tarot Off the Cuff in their feed, and that helps the channel grow. That would be great. And if you got a question or a comment, positive or negative, whether you agree or disagree, or if you want to add information or your own take on a particular card or a particular topic, put a comment down below. We would love to hear from you. Thanks so much.